do you think that being in Equus has changed your reputation as an actor, or the way that people see you?
I think actors certainly see me different now, because I think actors think that I'm taking it really seriously now. I was taking it seriously before, but people, I think there's a conception that theatre people, you are taking it more seriously. And, you know, I think that's not always, that's not true of film actors, because film actors do take it seriously. But I think that in people's perception of you, it changes that. And also, it's just given me a lot more confidence, because I didn't know I could do it, and I was more scared about, you know, failing, because I thought, you know, you build up this image of yourself as thinking, yeah, I can do this, and then on that first night you suddenly think, oh God, what if I can't, you know, and what if I'm going to go out there and it's just going to be hideous and I'm going to forget stuff. And
is that what you're thinking, like the first night before you go out? What was running through your head?
The thoughts of the first night are almost entirely negative before the show. And after the show, you're totally elated. It is the biggest rush. I can't describe it to you. It is just so, you can't stop. When you do it, as long as it goes well, you know, you can't stop smiling. I remember after the London opening, and we got, like, everybody stood up, which is rare in London. Here it happens all the time, which is amazing. In London, when you get a standing ovation, you've earned it.
And here you'll have entrance applause.
Here, I know, that's something I've never seen before at all. That was really, really weird when I watched, I went and saw Gypsy, and Paddy comes steaming down the aisle, and suddenly everybody starts clapping, and it was, you know, I've never really heard that before, because I think in England, you know, I like to live up to our national stereotype of being more reserved, and so yeah, so you know, if you get this applause in London, everyone stood, and it was amazing, and I could not stop smiling. It was fantastic, yeah.
So you just finished filming the 6th Harry Potter movie?
Yes.
And that finished...
Sorry.
That finished this summer?
Yeah, that finished sort of around June, I think we finished that, yeah.
And that will come out next summer, which we just found out this week.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah.
I know.
But don't boo me! I would like to say, just very quickly, you know, I don't like the idea that people think I'm in some way responsible for this. I was aware of it 24 hours before the rest of the world, and it is very unfortunate.
But now you have another year to look forward to it.
Oh yeah, you got a whole lot. Imagine the anticipation. And I just hope when you do see it, I hope it is worth the wait. I think it is. You know, it should be a really good film, and very different in tone from the last one.
That film was a little darker than the previous films. Is that what we can expect from the next film, from the 6th?
It's kind of the Arctic Monkeys described their second album in relation to the first. I'm going somewhere with this. I haven't just heard a different question. Their second album, they said, in the places it's darker than the first, and in the places it's light, it's lighter. And that is exactly what the 6th film is when compared to the 5th. It's sort of, the lightness and darkness is just stretched, because you've got really, really dark stuff with Dumbledore, and with Voldemort isn't directly there this time, but with his influence, and then you've got what I think is very, very funny stuff with Ron and Lavender, and it's really funny. And Jessie, who plays Lavender, is brilliant, and was brilliant to work with, actually, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. Yeah.
All the books are out, and here you are. It's been so many years. Are you surprised by all the intensity of, you know, the fans at this point in the series?
Well, I mean, not particularly, because, you know, Harry Potter has this following, and there's no reason that should ever dwindle. You know, so I'm not particularly surprised. It's also, like, the question people ask a lot is, why will people be interested to see the 7th? Because, you know, they all know what's going to happen. And you think, well, yeah, but people know, you know, they knew the boat was going down in Titanic. And they knew that, you know, Apollo 13 got back okay. so the argument falls apart really quickly, and I think there's a lot of cynicism about people thinking, oh, well, you know, no one will be interested. And you think, well, they will, because it's Harry Potter, and people love it, you know.
Now, I read that your co-star, Emma Watson, was a little hesitant to come back for the 6th film. Was there a little bit of, you know, fatigue? Did you kind of share her feelings at all?
It wasn't fatigue. I think it's just the fact that it was different for Emma as well, because Emma had a lot of... By that point, I had... I think I had actually completed my education, so I stopped that by then. And she was getting into a point where she was doing AS and A-levels, and I stopped after AS, and I guess that's like... What's the equivalent? Is it SATs? Is that the thing over here? Well, I don't know. Anyway, it's not important. And so it was a hard decision for her in that respect, I think. And also, it's, you know, we were signing on for 2 films, and it is a big commitment, and we've done it for so long. I totally understood. I just think it's something... I think what it was more the fact that she really took her time. She really thought about it. I don't think she was ever thinking, I'm not going to do it. I think it was more that she really wanted to weigh up her options, because it's a big commitment. It's another at least kind of 2-3 years, probably 3.5 with promotion and stuff. And I think it's just not something you rush into lightly. But I mean, you know, I'm 19 now, and I still have the energy of like a 4-year-old. So the fatigue thing wasn't a factor with me particularly. But no, I think it was just something that we all thought about, and that I came to my conclusion relatively quickly, because to me it was like, I just thought, well, it would have been very hard for me to see someone else play it. And I would have been sitting there just, you know, and especially if he was good, that would have killed me. And also, you know, I'd come that far as to do 5, so it just seemed like, you know, we've done this much, it would be silly not to do them. I think in the end that's what Emma thought as well.